Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Award Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now. Okay. Thank you very much. 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 Thank you very much for coming in. Remember, this is the Numerovational universe, and this is the Numerovational perspective. So more than likely, I will be pulling out some books if I need to clarify and verify. That's just how I do it here on this channel. I am your brother, your host, your with the mostest, King Simon in the building. And of course, the channel, for those that are new to the channel, King Simon presents only quality people. That's what we're about. Presenting only quality people, quality information from a metaphysical, from a holistic perspective. Okay. Want to remind everybody that tomorrow we have Wayne Lightworker will be in tomorrow. Wayne Lightworker will be in tomorrow right here. So pick up to everybody on Instagram, big up to everybody on Facebook, and big up to everybody on YouTube. Wayne Lightworker will be on Wednesday. And of course, this coming weekend, we got a big weekend coming up. A lot of things going on, okay? A lot of things are going on this weekend. So I hope those that can make it to Georgia, come on out. We're here. We're waiting for you. And those who can't, there's other things going on in your neighborhood, hopefully. And I know things are going on in Brooklyn with Nicholas Brooklyn this weekend. Also, I will be on those that are with the Medicine Women of Jamaica, an offshoot of Queen Afua's program in Jamaica. I'm proud of the Jamaican women that are doing their thing. I've known Queen Afua since the late 80s. So Queen Afua has been a major component in my life. So I'm glad that my friend Natasha Dezzoni is doing what she has to do with her monthly book club. And I will be one of the featured speakers this month. I'll be on from like 1 to 2 p.m. because, as you know, I am heading to the sold out 9 Ether God Fest. Let's give that a well-deserved round of applause. All of us have been putting in that work, but Brother Rich, Radiohead Rich, definitely. She doing her thing. He and his wife are doing their thing. Powerful. So I hope everybody travels safely, those that are making it to the God Fest. And those that are going to be in attendance, I have a discount for 15 minutes for the pre-recording alignment session. Those that want to get a pre-recorded alignment session, you are allowed at least 3 to 4 questions, and I'm giving a discount. And all you have to do for details is text your first name, birthday, and email address to 347-496-1022. All recordings will be sent via email, and this is valid until February the 9th because the 9 Ether God Fest is on the 8th. So because I will not have time to do live sessions, I am definitely promoting that and everything, your recordings will be sent within the week after the 9th, of course, after the 8th, will be sent within the week, definitely between February 9th and between your recordings will be sent to you before at least February 15th, before the 16th. So if I have an influx and overload of people, and you have to prove that you are an attendee of the thing. So I do require that people that are attending the 9 Ether God Fest that they send me a screenshot of the receipt from the 9 Ether God Fest. So this is not for everybody. This is for really the people that's going to attend. I'm trying to give them a hookup since they took their time out to come to the 9 Ether God Fest. They helped to sell it out. And those that are attending, this special is for you. If you're texting me and you are not attending, do not text me. I will send you the regular text message when you text me your full name, date of birth, and the regular rates. But if you are attending the 9 Ether God Fest, then this particular deal and discount is for you. All right. Those are the attendees that are coming. All right. That will be able to shake my hand. And if you do have my books, any one of my books, if you can't purchase my books at the event and you do have any of my books, I will sign all books, regardless if you purchase it there or purchase it after. If you want to purchase books for other people, let me know. We could also make that happen also. So 9 Ether God Fest is going to be off the hook, of course. Unveiling 9 Ether is going to be there, and also t-shirts and all kinds of stuff. Color Curiosity is going to be there with her stuff. I understand High Heels is going to be there with her stuff. Nina Dunham is going to be with me at my table, and my books are supposed to be there in town also. Nicholas Novelty and Nicholas Brooklyn is doing their thing, so let's show some love to Nicholas Brooklyn. Show some love to Nicholas Brooklyn, the 8th and the 9th. Make sure you show love. Call them for more information. The number's right there on the screen. And big up to Dr. Philip Valentine. He got something coming up. Make sure y'all support Baba Phil Valentine. Roz Kofi is coming in on the 9th. Abundance Child and John Carr is coming in on the 12th. Tribute to Delbert Blair is happening with Brother Tony on the 13th. Dr. Philip Valentine is coming in with Brother Sabir Bey. And also Dr. Alicia Kaya Ill is coming in live and direct with the magic of death money. And of course, people, make sure y'all jump on this workshop, how to articulate the grammar of numerovation on February 22nd from 1 to 3 p.m. And when you do purchase anything that I do, you do get to keep it and watch it over and over and over again. So we're going to go down the road of grammar and how to speak, let's say, the language of numerology per se. How to speak the language of numerology. And big up to Lloyd Strayhorn, who's doing the Relationship Power Series February the 11th and also the 25th, doing his thing. He's doing the learning the art of numerology as a career. And big up to Color Curiosity, one of my moderators in the chat. Another one of the mods, but also a sponsor, Dr. Shakira Moore. She'll be vending at the event, I just found out. Adara Moselle is also vending at the event, I just found out from my brother Jeff. And make sure you support Adara Moselle. Paris Williams will be in New York. Of course, big up to Paris Williams. Hit her up, hit her up, hit her up. And big up to Kendall Cobb, Hypnosis with Kendall, Carrie Ann Ingram, my brother, DTR, also my son, doing what he got to do with his car detailing and pressure wash company, and my other son doing the recordings and making it happen in his recording studio. So we got a special broadcast. A lot of people have hit me up. They like what's going on in the membership. And yes, more than likely, this might be put in the membership. Remember, man, there's so much that I have to unpack when it comes to these lessons. So please feel free to donate. Not begging you, but I'm telling you, if it's all about circulation, super chat, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, this is a working platform. It's a working platform, but I enjoy my work. And if you can't donate, you make sure you buy a book, but super chat is wide open. Okay, because a lot of people don't realize the importance of supporting the channels that they love and they like, because it helps all of the content creators to keep on going. Also, it helps to encourage them to keep on going also. So it's good to support any way you can. All right. Also, like, subscribe, and share with at least 3 people that might be in relationships or situationships. This came about because I realized that the word situationship was a new word added. It's one of the new words that's been added in the past 5 years, situationship. And it has a meaning. It's been added to the lexicon dictionary right now, just like bootylicious and all other stuff. And like I added numerovation to the lexicon dictionary. A lot of these new words are coming in, and it does have its own distinct meaning. But we want to go and take a dive into the numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective of relationship and situationship. You're going to find the numbers are telling about what we call relationship and situationship. And yes, I do have the board. And the board is there waiting for all of you. Yes. Yes. So yes, we do have the board, and we do have our lesson also. So I'll probably be jumping between the lesson and the board because I think I want to do that. I think that's going to be very important for this particular program. So a spiritual perspective of relationship versus situationship. Now, this is the online. Of course, anytime you see things in the red, that means I went and did the online research or information, okay? So you'll know that I'm not claiming to be the relationship guru here, but I do research. I do basic research and study so I can help along with this whole program. Always want to be honest and respectful to people that support my channel, and let people know that I am not a relationship guru by not any means. I am proficient at numbers and how relationships can work with the number vibration connected to you. And if you use it accordingly and appropriately, it will be helpful. And it can help navigate couples or people that are in situationships. Because let me preference certain things, because just because you're in a situationship with somebody, don't mean that it can't become a full-fledged relationship, depending on the two individuals. Whether one individual might be going through a divorce, they might be separated right now and just having a little fun. That's where situationships can be a little tricky. So when you're in a situationship, because we already know what situation means, but if you don't, I will Google it for us right now. That's what situation means. You know, when you're in a situation, and now that is a situationship. Well, they got it on Google also. You could actually Google this up. Romantic relationship that's undefined or uncommitted. Situationship is a romantic relationship that is undefined or uncommitted. All right. No commitment being made. It's not defined whether it is or it's not. Sometimes that's what it is. Babies have been made from situationships. I can definitely attest to that from my own history. I have at least one or two of them that was some situationships there. You know what I'm saying? So so I understand. I got about one or two, I think two of them that's for situationship. Maybe three. That's deep. But we, eventually we got to respect and love each other, but it was party and bull crap, So I know that's a form of the situationship. So let's go to what I discovered online about this situationship and versus relationship. The concept of relationships and situationships represents different levels of emotional, spiritual, and physical connection between individuals. From both a spiritual and physical perspective, understanding the distinction between the two can help individuals align their interaction with their higher purpose and well-being, according to online information. Now, and before I go there, let's show y'all something on the board, if you don't mind. Let me show y'all something on the board, and please like, subscribe, and share, and donate. Donate. That's a very important part of this show. Donation keeps the imagination flowing too. Yeah, donations keep the imagination flowing. And like Color Curiosity says, she says, currency is circulating back to us a trillion-fold. So anytime you donate to any channel, please say these words: currency is circulating back to me a trillion-fold. Say it to yourself. But if it's you and a family member, say currency is circulating back to us a trillion-fold. So when I looked at the word relationships, which both of them have two different meanings as far as mathematically, relationship adds up to a number 65, which is a number 11. 6 plus 5 equals 11. So already it tells me that on the positive, the 11 is bringing out the spiritual lessons and teachings and guidance when it comes to relationship. But when I see the 6 and the 5, note that the 6 represents balance and family and harmony and healing. So that's what relationships are supposed to bring out from a positive perspective, because every number you see on this board has its positive and its negative. It has its duality. If you understand what I'm saying, please put the number 9 in the chat. Put the number 9 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Every number out here has its positive and negative interpretation, although numbers per se is not positive or negative. It's just that due to studying through repetition, observation, and learning and watching what things are going through measurable time, we have discovered that the interpretations of the numbers that come out of a word or a name can have its positive and its negative. Please put the number 9 in the chat if you understand or understand what I'm saying. Put the number 9 in the chat. There we go. Thank you very much for your birthday shout out, Early B. Wagwan. Number 9 in the chat. Sister Caponia, what's up, girl? See you. Put the number 9 in the chat if you understand and understand what I'm saying. Even if you don't understand and understand, it's all right. Then keep quiet. Don't say a goddamn thing if you don't understand. Big up to the Grand Madame Tarot. What's up, Grand Madame? And woman of peace. Yes, stay at peace. Don't break up in pieces. All right. No problem. All right. Big up to Barry Tone. All right. So the word relationship is very important because the vowels of the word relationship, as in the modern system of numerology or the Pythagorean. Again, I'm finishing up my new Numerovational angles and angel number book, and I'm realizing that I had to preference I had to speak about if Pythagoras existed or not. I had to, and I realized that I did Google it up when I started this endeavor of writing this book, because there's a lot of things happening that's saying that he did not exist. So I'm trying to educate, but yet disseminate information when it comes to that. So getting back to the point, the word relationship, the E, the vowels of the word relationship, the E, the A, the I, the O, and the I adds up to the number 30. So we already know, those who study that in numerology, the number 3 is the number of expression. So the inner workings of the word relationship, and any relationship that you are in, it's about expressing yourself and clear communication. It's about action. It's about being truthful. It's about being radiant and bringing joy to any relationship. And it represents the Trinity factor, which is the mother, father, and child. So relationships bring about the Trinity energy. So I am not surprised that in some form of numerology, whether it's in the Chaldean system, or whether it's in the Pythagorean, the 3 was found somewhere. And look at that. In the Chaldean system, 3 was found, 30, which equals a 3. In the Pythagorean system, in the vowel section, the inner aspect, the inner working of the word, the number 3. So I'm not surprised at that. And you shouldn't be surprised either. Because number 3 is a working relationship communication number. So in order for you to have a very good, steady relationship, you have to be able to communicate. You have to be creative. You have to be truthful also. Because that is the meaning, one of the meanings or one of the interpretations of the number 3. Now, like I've always expressed to all of you, that 30 has its own distinct meaning when it comes to compound numerology. Have I not told you this before? If you understand that, please put a number 1 in the chat. If have I not told you this before? That 30 has, that double numbers have its own distinct meaning. Thank you very much, my woman of peace, for spreading love. That's what I'm talking about. These are people that recognize the value of what I do. Spreading love. And remember, always say circulation. Always say what my dear Color Curiosity put up there. Currency is circulating back to you, or back to me, 1 trillion-fold. Don't just say 1,000-fold. Don't say 100-fold. You want 1 trillion up. So thank you very much, woman of peace, for spreading love, and everybody else that spread love in the past. Thank you very much. This is what keeps us going. This is what keeps us motivated. Also, don't let that, because finance helps to get those dopamine going. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it. So, as everybody know, I have been telling people that the compound numbers, the double numbers, are all important. That's why I tell my participants. I don't call anybody students. I call them participants. That's why I tell my participants all the time. I tell them all the time that this is, look at things from a holistic perspective. Look at things from a holistic perspective. So even if I added the double numbers, and if my spirit said add the double numbers, I go there. And then to add up the double numbers might add up to 300 and something, might add up to a frequency of 200 and something. But then it's telling me to interpret those 3 digits that it might turn out to become after I add it all up. But right now we're seeing the double digits. And these are called composite numbers or compound numbers. Let me see somebody put the word compound numbers. Put compound in the chat. Yeah, somebody said Pythagoras means Osiris. Yeah, I heard that too. I got all that's also a theory. That's not, we don't know exactly what that, because the word Pythagoras has its own distinct meaning in Greece. So be very careful just throwing out something. Yon Space Man. Somebody said that, but that has not been verified either. There's no source on that. You know what I'm saying? People, this person put the respect, you put that up there. But somebody said that. I heard somebody say that all right before. I've heard that said probably 10 years ago. But again, I'm looking for source information. Always looking for source information so you can be clear in what you're disseminating out here as much as you can. Just like any other scientist, this is a metaphysical science. It's like any other science, but this deals with beyond the physical. We're dealing with that. So good. So once people understand the importance of compound single digit numbers, even the compound and the single digits within the compound. Even the single digits within the compound means something if you're looking at it from a holistic perspective. Each letter in your name, in a word, but in particularly the name of a person, if it begins with an R in the Pythagorean system or in the modern system, it's a 9. In the Chaldean system, it's a number 2. So they have a meaning, that first letter in your name, and then the next letter have a meaning. And that vibration rides throughout your life also. A lot of people don't realize that. So you could be in a situation, a situationship where the 9 is ruling your relationship at that particular time. And the 9 on its negative is a number of anger, argument, contention. So you find that a lot of relationships go down that road. The negative of the number 9 is argument, war. And sometimes war can be started because of the lack of communication and the lack of wanting to be in a relationship with that other person, that other territory, that other landmass, that other continent, that other country. It's all about relationships. Everything is about relationships. And that, like Lloyd said on the program when he was on here recently, everything is about relationship. And that's why Baba Lloyd is doing a relationship program coming up on February the 11th. So make sure you go to his Linktree/numbers and you. That's why Baba Lloyd is doing something like that. And I commend him for that. I commend him for that. And that's what's so important about using these different modalities, as he would say, and as many others, is to put you in the right place at the right time, or at least give you a fighting chance in whatever you want to do and whatever you want, especially in relationships. So if the word relationship adds up to the number 65, and the 6 and the 5 represents something, the 6 represents balance in one word perspective, 5 represents adapting. So in any relationship, you got to bring balance, and you got to be willing to adapt, because no relationship is 100% perfect. So you got to be able to find balance, and you got to be able to adapt. The number 5 is about freedom and adaptation and being versatile. But that 6 and that 5 adds up to the number 11, and 11 is that spiritual walkway, that runway of equilibrium between spiritual and physical. So any relationship that you're in has to have a physical component and a spiritual component because of the number 11. And then because 9 is in the Chaldean, you need to be able to see it till it's finished, or you're going to end it. That's what happens in most relationships. If people are not vibrating on a spiritual and a physical perspective together, then it will, on the negative of the number 9, it will be ended. It will be completed. It will not last. But on the higher level of the number 9, 9 is still the higher vibration of humanitarian and love and creativity now. So let's not, but still the 4 and the 5 comes up. The 4 and the 5 are all communication numbers. Always remember, the 3 primary communication numbers is 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, and 5 are primary communication numbers. From my perspective, again, of what I've seen in my studies through repetition and all that kind of stuff. So 4 deals with the discipline, the need to be able to not just live in your head, but be able to speak what's on your mind in a timely manner, especially in relationship. 5 is, again, that adaptable energy, that communication, that fun-loving energy is the 5 and the 3. Those are fun-loving energies. So if they're not having fun, if you're not having fun in your relationship, then there's a problem. If you're not laughing or not able to laugh, there's a problem in any relationship. Especially when it's intimate, or when it's even in business. If you're not, you can be a business relationship, but you also have to have a downtime. You have to have some type of fun time. That's why if you're doing too much work and no play will make you a dull person, or make you a crazy person, or make you just depressed if you're not, you're just constantly working, you're killing yourself. You got to balance things out, because the balance numbers are showing up. The 6, the 4, the 6, the 8. The balance numbers are showing up. And then when you go within it, you see the balance numbers, the 2, the 6, the 8. You start seeing the balance numbers more so in the Pythagorean system, but then it shows up here too. The 4, the 8, you start seeing the balance number. So in any relationship, they have to be some form of balance. And when it's imbalanced, that's where the problem will lie. That's where the problem lies. Somebody said, wish me happy birthday too. Okay, thank you very much for wishing me happy birthday, woman of peace. Women of peace. Women of peace said, okay, women of peace said happy birthday. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Yeah, Saturday was my birthday. I had a good time. Stood to myself, danced a little right there in it wasn't a nightclub, it was a restaurant that they did. But so let's go to the word situationship real quick. You don't mind. I want to go to the word situationship, because as we go into the lesson, let's go read some of the lesson again. Let's go into the lesson. The spiritual perspective of relationship, before I go into situationship, relationship, a divine connection. A true relationship is built on spiritual alignment, mutual growth, and emotional security. Spiritually, a relationship reflects divine partnership, where two souls come together, not just for pleasure or convenience, but for purpose and evolution. It embodies the principle of love, trust, balance, reciprocity, where both individuals contribute to each other's spiritual and personal development. Why does that make sense about relationship? Because look at the word relationship. You start seeing the sixes showing up. 6 deals with balance. 65 adds up to 11. 11 adds up to a 2. That also deals with a form of balance. 8 also deals with another form of balance, but the 8 deals with financial balance, but also the willingness to recognize assets and liabilities in your relationship. If it's an asset, you keep it. If it's a liability, that relationship got to go. 8 shows up. Beautiful. 11 on its negative is the number of deception. So in relationship, there can be people that's deceiving each other. So we got to pay attention to all of the frequencies. That's where arguments could come. 9 shows up. 9 deals with arguments, heated arguments on this negative. But also, again, it's a number of higher encouragement, higher enlightenment, also humanitarian and being of service. And if you're going to be of service, that's a higher form of love. A whole nother level of love. So really take the time out on the words that we're saying with each other. And like I said in the lessons just now, what did I say in the lessons just now? Hold on one second. What did I just say? Did I remove that? Hold on one second. There you go. Big. What did I just say in the lesson? That part right there. Spiritually, a relationship reflects divine partnership, where two souls come together, not just for pleasure or convenience, but for purpose and evolution. It embodies, the word relationship embodies the principles of love, trust, balance. The number 6 is about truth, justice, reciprocity, love, beauty, higher frequencies of balance, and reciprocity. It's ma'at, where both individuals contribute to each other's spiritual and personal development. So let's go to the word situationship. Very interesting word, if you don't mind. Let's go straight to the board. I want to show it at the board. Share this with your family. Share this with your friends. Let them know that sometimes people can be in relationships. People can be in situationships. It's a matter of commitment. It's definitely a matter of commitment. And are you willing to be committed to that one person or what have you? And if you're in a polygamous relationship or you just have to make sure you understand and everybody are mutual and understand. Some people are trying to get into polygamy or polygyny or polyamory, whatever y'all trying to get into, it has to have people that are consensual in this. They have to have consent. All right. So the word situationship adds up to 63, too shy of 65. Interesting enough, because the 3 can be very controversial numbers. When I say controversial, I mean the 5 and the 3 can be numbers of recklessness when they're out of alignment, can be numbers of nervous breakdown when they're out of alignment. The 5 and the 3 are numbers that are connected to the nerve, but they're also known as numbers that are fun, loving numbers. Why am I saying that? Because I see in the Pythagorean, it says 65, it says 63 over here. Still, in a situationship, there is a form of love and balance. It might be a certain form of love and balance, just like you being in a situationship with somebody. But yet there can be controversy that can be caused. Then from that, because the person don't commit, might become argumentative because that person didn't commit. So I'm not surprised that 9 shows up here either, as well as 9 showing up over here. But what I found out that was very interesting is that the number 49, 13, and 4 showed up. And 4 deals with the weird and unusual communications and situations that people can get into when it comes to situationships. 4, weird, unusual, mental. 9, again, higher level of love and humanity and service, but on the lower level can be argument. So in a weird, unusual situation, in a situationship, there can be arguments because somebody's trying to commit, the other person is not. Or somebody's just trying to just do what they got to do and the other person is not. Then it adds up to the number 13. And what did I say in my book about the number 13? That is the number of power and dominance. And if you don't use that power and dominance frequency well, it can wreak destruction if it's properly if it's not properly used and understood. So when 13 shows up, I'll be like, oh, sucking now. Either you're gonna get some power from this situationship or you're gonna get some problems from this situationship. One or the other. It can sound all good. Situationships can last for long periods of time where you probably constantly just like having a friend just to hang out with and y'all do your thing. You don't have nobody committed to you in a full-term relationship. That person don't have nobody committed. So y'all just doing y'all thing. Y'all doing your manifestation, love stuff, and y'all just hanging. Y'all meditating together. It's looking like a full relationship. However, it's the situationship. And situations can be a little shaky. Again, when that number 13 shows up, woo, it can wreak destruction on your backside, because in compound numerology, the number 13 is a karmic number. So what you put out there is what you get back. Karma means cause and effect. Whatever you put out there, it comes back to you. So if you're not putting out something that's disciplined, because of that 4, disciplined, orderly, structured, balance, that number 9, loving, high levels of creativity in this relationship, high levels of humanity in this relationship. If you don't put out that, it's going to become mental problems, issues going to happen. Arguments will start to ensue. All of that can happen. That 13, that's creative and expressive number. But it's a power and dominant number that if you don't work it from its most positive and productive level, it can be destructive. And remember, that 4 deals with building, laying a foundation, because a situationship can lay a foundation for a relationship. When all games are all said and done, now it's time to set the place, set the spiritual rate, get into the spiritual understanding and understanding of the relationship that you're about to embark on. Even if you've been in a situationship with somebody for the last 5 to 10 to 20 years. Never married that person, but every time y'all come together, it's just a natural connection. I mean, I had a girlfriend years ago that every time we come together, if she kissed me and I kiss her, it's like we back at the first time we kissed. The first time we go right back to it. And all of a sudden she in my bed or I'm in her bed and we getting it in. That's a situationship. And then we'll leave each other for another 5 years or 2 years. But if we kiss each other, if we don't just say hi and bye and keep it moving, but if we kiss each other or we look each other in the eyes, it's like, yo, I could be married and whole married. That's why I got to stay away from it. It's like the movie Hancock. It's like that's it's like the movie Hancock with Will Smith, you know. And I'm not talking about no white woman, not me, no white woman. I'm talking about a black woman. Every time me and her connect, no matter what she's going through, no matter what I'm going through, we can talk bad about each other. We can say this about each other. We can do whatever we want to do for my club life and the things that I used to do and the things that she used to do. But when we come together and we sit in each other's face or we talk, and she'll reach over and probably kiss me, and I'll reach over, and both of us close our eyes. We'll take ourselves right back. How many of you men or women have ever had that experience with a past lover or a past friend? Please put the number 1 in the chat. If you've ever had that experience, please put the number 1 in the chat. To this day, there's certain people that can come in your circle or come to you and say, and just touch you or just look at you a certain way. Old girlfriends, old boyfriends, they can just look at you a certain way and you know that you still connected to that person. Please put the number 1 in the chat if you still experienced or still got that. People revealing themselves. 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 I know. I put the 1 in the chat too. Shoot, I just put my 1 up. I put my 1s up right now. To this day, I've seen her come on the live one time and I got shook. I'm like, Lord have mercy. What is she doing here? Scared the hell out of me. Because I know I didn't share it with her. So again, man, getting back to the lesson. Let's get back to the lesson. All right, let's get back to the lesson about situationship. Situationship, a test or temporary lesson. A situationship, on the other hand, is often a lesson in disguise. A connection without full commitment, clarity, or depth. Spiritually, a situationship can be viewed as a karmic experience. Again, what did I say? I wrote this for a reason. Come on now, what did I say? Didn't I tell you that the number 13 is a karmic number? Didn't I tell you number 13 in numerology is a karmic number? It's the number 13, the number 14, the number 16, and the number 19. Those are the primary karmic numbers. Those are the primary karmic numbers. Lot of mercy. So I'm telling you, family, when I just read that in the lesson, what did I just say? I said, spiritually, a situationship can be viewed as a karmic experience. Karma only means cause and effect, bringing unresolved emotional patterns or past life lessons to the surface. These connections may serve as a stepping stones, preparing individuals for a deeper, more meaningful partnership, but often lacking the foundation of long-term spiritual growth. That's why I said some situationships can turn into a relationship, but they have to, that 4 energy starts kicking in next. Because if you really want to turn a situationship into a relationship, that 4 energy, because what did I say? These connections may serve as stepping stones, preparing individuals for a deeper, more meaningful partnership, but often lacking the foundation for long-term spiritual growth. Number 4 is a foundation laying number. That's what we build on. The 4, the square, the four corners, the 4 this. This is what we build on. That's why it's called a building number. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going in the lesson. Let's keep on going in the lesson. If you understand what I'm saying, put the number 4 in the chat. If you understand what I'm saying from a numerovational perspective, put the number 4 in the chat. And please, those that are new to my chat, spread love. Come on, super chat. Spread love. PayPal. Spread love. Venmo. Spread love. Zelle. Spread Don't worry, Color Curiosity is putting all my stuff in the chat, so make sure you look out for all the links in the chat to spread love via the Brooklyn way, you know what I'm saying, or via the universal way. So let's go on. Number 3, energy exchange and vibrational alignment. Oh yeah. A relationship fosters high vibrational energy, supporting spiritual expansion and emotional security. What did I say about the word relationship? The word relationship adds up to a number 65, which is an 11. That is a highly spiritual master number. The name Jesus adds up to the number 11. The name Muhammad adds up to the number 29, which equals 11. So when you start seeing 11 showing up, like I said in the set the lesson, what did I say? Like I said, is my thing working? Okay, this thing ain't working. Okay, there you go. Like I said, relationship fosters higher vibrational energy, supporting spiritual expansion and emotional security, because that number 11 is there. That 11 is reminding you of that support of spiritual expansion. A situationship often carries uncertainty, confusion, lower vibrational exchange, as one or both individuals may not be fully present or committed. That makes sense to me when I look at the numbers also, because 4 in the aspect of situationship, because the word adds up to a number 49, which adds up to 13, which is a 4. So you're looking at 3 different levels of the 4. You have 49, which has the 4 and the 9 in it, the 13, then you have the 4, because 1 plus 3 equals 4. And 4 is a number that if they're overthinking, they can second guess themselves. They can doubt themselves. So people born on the 4th, the 13th, the 22nd, or the 31st of the month have to be careful of second guessing and overthinking. So again, the lesson says, what does the lesson say? The lesson says a situationship often carries uncertainty, confusion. And when you're overthinking and uncertain about certain things, you become confused. And that could bring you down to depression or lower vibrational exchange of one or both individuals may not be fully committed because of that. Usually women want to commit, the men don't want to commit. And then sometimes on a lower scale, the men want to commit and the woman. I've dealt with that too. I've dealt with both, where I didn't want to commit or they didn't want to commit, and we was just doing our grown folk thing. You know what I'm saying? We're just doing our grown folk thing. Anytime we met, come on. You coming over? All right. I'm hungry, you hungry. Let's do some hungry work together. Oh my goodness. So, all right. Now, online research says the law of attraction suggests that when a person values themselves spiritually and emotionally, they naturally attract relationships that reflect that inner worth. Now, let me say something to this point that I got from online studies. Remember, anytime I throw something up in red, that's online study. I don't want to ever let people think that I know it all. I'm not no relationship guru. I'm not Kevin Samuel. I didn't even consider him a relationship guru. I don't consider Steve Harvey a relationship guru. They just wrote books, and what's the name? Said he wasn't a relationship guru. He said he was more of a Kevin Samuels used to say he was more of person who hygiene, decorum, and all that kind of stuff. That's what he was. He was one of those, a stylish, like he was like a stylist and a promotional person. He was also into promotion, but he got thrown into that relationship stuff because of how he was handling his business towards the end of his life. So, but but what I was trying to say here, okay, it's so important, and in regards to what I just said, as far as the lesson is concerned, the law of attraction suggests that when a person values themselves spiritually and emotionally, they naturally attract relationships that reflect the inner worth. And let me say this. Just because you're in a situationship don't mean that person doesn't value you. Maybe they're not ready to commit. Again, maybe you're not the one they're supposed to commit to. Maybe y'all are the lessons for each other. Maybe one is too this and one is too that. One is too clingy and one is not too clingy. One is too this way and one is not too. One is too clean, one is not too clean. But that connection happens. That situationship happens because of something happening on the divine, and because the word situationship, the consonants of the word situationship, adds up to a number 5. The consonants. 5 is a magnetic number. So is the number 6, and so is the number 7. Those are the known magnetic numbers, law of attraction numbers. But that 5 is a highly sexual number, where 6 is a highly sensual number. So in relationship, sensuality must be practiced. Men being sensual to their woman, even before the sexual act, you got to know how to tap that backside without even tapping it. Giving her a massage, looking her in her eyes, speaking a certain way, rubbing her here, she rubbing your here, giving you a massage, speaking to you a certain way. A real man don't want their woman's voice to match theirs. How you doing, baby? How you doing, baby? Nobody want to hear that say, you don't have to match my voice. Come on, be sensual with it. Be respectful with it. Stop playing. And a real woman don't want their man to sound like them. She's saying, how you doing, babe? And then you going, how you doing, baby? Like, what the hell? It can't be two in a relationship, in a natural relationship, because they are a relationship that there are 2 vaginas and 2 penises in it. If that's what you do, that's your business. But most times there is a masculine aspect of it and there's a feminine aspect of that also. Because you see the dyke type sisters, or the AGs and the aggressive, and then you see the femmes. All right. But when I'm talking about natural relationship, there ain't no man that want to come in their house and their woman acting like they have a whole rod on them. And there's no woman that want a man that they acting like a whole punani. We ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Trump said there's only man and woman, 2 genders. Big up to Trump. Oh my gosh. So getting back to the lesson. And again, family, if you don't feel any way about the lesson is a lesson. And again, just be very mindful of what you're attracting in your life. Because if really, truly, all that glitter is not gold. You can be dealing with a man, or you probably try to connect with a man that may seem to have everything going, until you get to know them, and all of a sudden it's different. I've known people that have owned holistic restaurants, juice bars, and they can be the worst people. And then I've seen people that have owned meat eating restaurants and things that serve pork and all that, and they could be the best people. And vice versa. I've seen this in my life. You got sometimes the vegetarian is the worst person. The ital eating person is the worst, the most miserable person. If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm telling the truth, everybody put the word true in the darn chat. Put the word true. You got people that are in this vegetarian holistic lifestyle, and they are the worst. The worst. And then you got people that are eating meat and fish. They are the best, because I guess they're enjoying what they're eating, and they are happy that they're eating that. It is just the absolute, and there's a whole dichotomy in this. There's something going on. You would think that the holistic community would be the best. Eating right, looking right, feeling right, smelling right, touching right, but sometimes they're the worst. So I'm very, very, very careful. People are putting the word true in now. Very, very careful. You know? And again, I'm not no relationship guru at all. No siree. But I am proficient at these numbers. And I'm still learning till this day. I'm still learning. Divine purpose versus temporary comfort. Now, I believe from an esoteric perspective that everybody can be a divine purpose and everybody can be a temporary comfort. I really see that from an esoteric level where a temporary comfort can actually be a divine purpose, because it would not have happened. That comfort level, or that getting into that comfort zone with that person, would not have happened if it wasn't divinely meant to happen. That's what I mean. So divine purpose versus temporary comfort. And on the board, what do I have on what do I have written on the bottom of the board? Look what I have written on the bottom of the board. Y'all don't see that. Okay. I gotta bring it down a little. I got the word love versus lust. I got that written on the bottom of the board. I might still break that down, but I got love and lust on the bottom of the board right there. Two different frequencies, but in the same Pythagoras system, it adds up to a number 9. In the Chaldean system, love adds up to the number 21, which is a 3, and then lust adds up to a number 16, which is a 7. And lust 16 is a number of fatality in numerology. So when you're lusting for something and you don't have no full love of it, it can be a fatal exchange going on in the Chaldean system, because the Chaldean system is the most deeper esoteric of the two systems. That's why I'm glad it showed up right there. It showed up where the word love in the Chaldean system adds up to 21, which is the number of initiation. So when you're in love with somebody, there's an initiation that you're going through just to be in that framework, that mindset. There's a crowning of the magi, because the number 21 is the crown of the magi, but you don't just get the magi. You got to go through trials, tribulations, strife, clear communication, compassion, creativity. You got to go through stuff if you want to maintain love. Lust can be devastating. Lust, you can let go of it. Lust can be secretive. Lust. Oh, it gets that deep, man. It gets that deep when you look at these numbers. Oh, these numbers be talking that talk. Big up to brother Panic. Talk that sass, nigga. Talk that sass. Talk that sass. Man, talk that sass. My brother Panic just came to me. So divine purpose versus temporary comfort. Relationship align with soul contracts. They are divinely orchestrated to bring meaning, support, and shared purpose. But let me say something right there. Do you know people that are in situationships can also bring meaning, support, and shared purpose too? And again, I say this can be divine. Temporary comfort could also be divine also, but it might be a divine lesson. Situationship often arises from unhealed wounds, fear of commitment, or avoidance of deeper emotional intimacy. So sometimes we maintain situationship because of something in our past. Those deep unhealed wounds from our mother or father, daddy issues. And if you still having daddy issues, you're going to have daddy issues with your next boyfriend or your next girlfriend. If you're having mommy issues, you're still going to have mommy issues with your next boyfriend or your next girlfriend until you're willing to confront it through whatever modality, whatever themes, whatever therapists. Till you're willing to confront it, and the person that you're with is willing to grow with you and watch you confront it, and you're willing to do it with them also. I've used to be in clubs, and women that were strippers and that was loose women back in the day. They used to cry with me, talk. We'd sit down and cry about situations that they went through rape and molestation, and I used to question myself, why am I attracting these type of women? Why do I attract these women? And, and when I started getting to understand numerology and all the different modalities, then I said, okay. I looked at my numbers and I said, okay, I see where I can. I see in my names where it can attract those type of energies that want to confide in me in some way. That's what I realized. In the nightclubs, women cry and go through whole episodes. Back in the office. So it takes. So instead of me trying to go and get some punani from them, take advantage of it, I used to just sit down and talk to them. Let's talk. Hey, what's up? You all right? What's going on? Or I'll even invite them to my house and we'll sit down and talk and not even have sex. Hey, sit down, let's talk. What's up? That was allowing her. She don't want to go home because she might not be, she be living with an abusive father, abusive mother. She might be in an abusive relationship. All of that come up. All of that came up. And I would literally sleep on my massage table and let them sleep on my bed. That's what I used to do. Sleep on my, or give them a room to sleep. Sleep on my massage table. Do your thing, man. Hey, relax. Or if they felt comfortable sleeping on my massage table, go ahead. Lay out. I used to do that because I had no problems doing that, because I felt compelled to help. And some people will say, oh, okay, you had them save-a-hole syndromes back in your club life. You were saving hoes, no disrespect, women. I'm just saying that's what they used to call it, save a hole. You know what I'm saying? I had that syndrome. I believe women like that can be saved because they went through some traumatic stuff. And even when one of a prominent leader in the community was supposedly dating one of those strippers, I said something to him on one of the online, and he got upset because I said it. And I said to him, I basically said, yo, I know women like that, and they are looking for upstanding men that can take them from that life. That is the truth. Most women that are in Magic City or in clubs dancing and all that, they don't really want to be there per se. They don't really want to be there. Just a turn in their life put them in that situation. And we got to know what's going on. So that character got upset with me because I talked about it. And if he watched this, hey, I ain't mentioning his name this time, but I did mention his name last time. But I ain't gonna go there. Everybody know of the prominent character that was dealing with a stripper at one time. We all know who it is. We don't even have to put his name in the chat. Don't even do it. I'm good. All right. So getting back to the lesson, as you notice, I'm like knocking out the lesson while I'm doing this. Situations often arise from unhealed wounds, fear of commitment, or avoidance of deeper emotional intimacy, right? The next one is, while situationships may offer excitement, they may not fulfill the deeper soul longing for connection and growth. Let me say that again. This is my writings. While situations may offer excitement, they may not fulfill the deeper soul longing for connection and growth. I want y'all to think about that, because we get into a lot of things because it's fun. We're going out to dinner. We're going to walk the parks. We're doing this, or we just having sex, or we just enjoying each other. We cooking, might cook for each other, might bring in, and it might be a whole situationship. But like I said, while situationships, again, that number 4 energy, again, that number 5 energy shows up. While situationships may offer excitement, they may not fulfill the deeper soul longing for connection and growth. We just did the spiritual perspective of this. Now we're going to the physical perspective. I ain't even finished yet. We're 1 hour in. I ain't even finished yet. Now we're going to the physical. Oh man, let me take a quick commercial break, because this is gonna get it even more deeper. So don't go nowhere, family. This is gonna get even more deeper when we get to the physical perspective of it. Don't go nowhere. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm gonna take this commercial break. Please show love to the channel, super chat, PayPal, Venmo, take a chance, go take a bathroom break, whatever you got to do. I'm going to get me something to drink. Zelle, whatever you go, buy a book, whatever you got to do. Spread some love. Spread love. Bop, bop, bop. I will be back after this. And don't you touch that mother flipping dial, because I'm going to be back with the numerovational, the relationship versus situationship, a numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective. We're going to break down the physical next. All right. So don't touch that dial. We'll be back after this. All right. Thank you.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website, www.irawma.com, for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You can also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You can also get my books on Amazon at Linktr.ee/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator. Welcome back, family. Welcome back. Do remember, everybody that's going to be attending, those that are going to be attending the 9 Ether God Fest, I have a discount for the 15-minute per pre-recording alignment session. And all you have to do is for details, please text your first name, birthday, and email address only. So 347-496-1022. This is only for those that are attending the 9 Ether God Fest. This is a special for them. That means they took the time out to come and travel and get to where they got to go. But this is only valid until February the 9th. But all the sessions, all the recordings will be done. All the pre-recordings will be done that week of, and then I'll be sending it all out to those who book the session. But it is probably $36 cheaper. I did take off $36 off of that session, so it's $36 cheaper to do the 15-minute. One thing, I just won't be breaking down the name or sending a name to the email. But when you do the full 15 minutes, I do send you a breakdown of your name through using the Pythagorean system. When you book a full 15-minute consultation through recording, you get to ask 4 questions, and I break down your first name that you send using the Pythagorean system and what each and every letter means, and what you're expected to use those positive vibrations or positive interpretations of those numbers. So I got a 10-minute, a 15-minute, a 30-minute, and a 60-minute session. Okay. Also, want to remind everybody that Wednesday we have Wayne Lightworker coming in. He's a certified peer specialist and mental health clinician. So we'll be speaking out about the seriousness of mental health. We know that's a serious scourge going on in our community. So we want to show respect to those that are going through mental health issues throughout their life. And And if this brother can help like anybody else, please take advantage of their services when they come up here. Take advantage of my services when I'm up here. Take advantage, because this is not a game. There's a lot of people that are going down the cray road, and we got to be very careful of. And sometimes it's due to relationships. Sometimes it's due to situationships, and that's why I'm even talking about this now. And this Saturday, I will be on this monthly book club speaking to these beautiful women, medicine women of Jamaica community. But you could also join in. All you have to do is RSVP through the link that's up there. You can type in all those letters and numbers and all that. I don't have the link. I should. Oh, you know what? I do have the link somewhere. I'll put it in the chat right now. All you women that want to be there, if you can't make it to the God Fest, here is the link. I'm going to put it in the chat right now if you want to be a part of the medicine woman thing that's going on. And that's going to be powerful. That's going to be powerful. You could register through that link. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Hold on one second. We're going to be talking about numerology and healing, numbers and healing, how it can help and how it can guide people anywhere in the world. I don't care what part of the world you're in. I just put it in the chat. I don't care what part of the world you're in. I'm going to help you out. But you, the individual, have to be open to being helped. If you're not open to being helped, then I can't help you. But if you're open to doing the work, I just put the link to that women's book club that they have. If you're not open to it, then leave me alone. I ain't got no time for it. If you still on the fence and all that kind of stuff, then hey, that means hey, you living life, live your life. But I know through personal experience, but also through the studies and what have been repetitive over years, observable over years, and what have been measured through time, that using the interpretive principles of numerology can help individuals. It has helped Queen Afua. It has helped Lloyd Strayhorn. It has helped Ian Levazan. It has helped various people in the political arena, in the religious arena. It has helped. And if you ain't ready for it, just say you ain't ready for it, and you still caught up in, oh, that's the devil. Then don't read the book of Numbers in your Bible. That's the devil too. Numbers is the devil. Okay, if Numbers is the devil, then don't read the book of Numbers. Don't read the book of Numbers. Don't read the Holy Quran. Since over it is 19, then don't read the Holy Quran. Stop playing. Stop playing with your religion. If you don't understand what numbers came here to do, they came here to guide you, not control you. And I'm not trying to sell it for myself. I just know that it has worked because I've been doing it and studying this from the 80s. Now, I've been doing this. I've been doing this last week. I just found Chat GPT and started doing it. It's crazy. One thing about Chat GPT, they got good information when you Google and put your frequency up there, or Google, but they don't put the soul in it like I do. They don't put that soul and that spirit in it like Lloyd does, or any other person that's doing astrology, numerology, and all that kind of stuff. We put our soul in it, and we're able to confide with people and what they're doing and what frequencies they're on with that. And we tap into our own intuitive powers to help guide people and show them what works and what don't work. So please know that these things work. These things work. You know, I had some scientists say, there are things out there that people consider pseudoscience that does work and help people. They had to admit that right on their own platform. I laughed. I said, look at you. It's because you don't understand that it's a metaphysics science. It's not a regular science. And people don't want to bear witness to the beyond the physical studies because people get nervous. People are scared. But every scientist had to be scared just to make what their scientific analysis come to fruition, because every scientist or every inventor that considered scientists, they have done so many inventions or put out so many information, and some of them work and some of them didn't. And in numerology, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, because when it doesn't work, that means the people are not willing to make it work or not willing to put in the work. And that is what it's all about, putting in that work. All right. So let's get back into the lessons, family. Let's get back into the lessons. Let's get back into the lessons, shall we? Did I take that off? Okay, boom. All righty. All right. All right. All right. Make sure we get back. Oh, there it is. Let's get back into the lesson. Going to the physical perspective. Physical perspective. Relationship, a foundation of stability and growth. In the physical realm, relationship often involve mutual investment, planning, and long-term thinking. Physical security in relationship includes commitment, respect, and emotional safety, which contributes to overall well-being. Very important, especially when you're dealing with certain relationships. You want to be safe. You want to be emotionally safe. People want a commitment, but the first thing you really have to commit is having a secure commitment with yourself and who you are and what you came to do. According to online studies suggest that healthy relationships enhance mental and physical health, reducing stress, increasing life satisfaction, and even extending lifespan. Extending lifespan. That is powerful. I want y'all to think about it. This is studies online. Studies suggest that healthy relationships, intimate or otherwise, if it's healthy, it's healthy. Enhances mental and physical health, reduces stress, and increases life satisfaction, and even extending lifespan. Number 2, situationship, uncertainty and emotional instability. You know, I wrote the book, Numerovation for Mental Stability. And looking to, on the bottom of the book, I says, Numerovational Guide to Recognizing Mental Instability and Staying Motivated. A situationship lacks the defined structure of relationship, often leaving one or both individuals in a state of emotional confusion, anger, doubt, that number 4, anger, that number 9, number 5, your mind all over the place, confused, because the negative of the number 5 or the number 3 can be confusing, reckless, all over the place, the monkey mind. Physically, this can cause stress, anxiety, and mental exhaustion as the brain craves certainty and stability in emotional connection. Look at what I have up here on the board. Everything that's described is all connected to the numbers. All of it that's described is connected to the numbers. What I said in the lesson. Physically, this can cause stress, anxiety. Number 5 rules anxiety and stress. Number 4 rules mental, exhausting on its negative. Because the brain craves certainty and stability, which 4 is a number of stability itself. Again, the numbers talk, the numbers speak, the numbers are here to guide. The inconsistency. Let's go to the next part of the lesson. The inconsistency of situationships may create attachment issues or reinforce patterns of seeking temporary validation rather than deeper connection. Woo! That's why you got to see things. That's why every frequency on here has a positive and a negative. Every number frequency has its positive and negative. That's all connected to what has just been said right here, right now. The inconsistency of a situationship may create attachments, issues, or reinforce patterns of seeking temporary validation rather than deeper connection. Number 3, communication and transparency. Relationship thrives on clear communication. That part, yes. That's why 3 is a communication number. Communication number. High communication is the number 9. 4 and 5 are communication numbers too. And you see it in all of them. You see these numbers popping up in various parts. But 4 and 5 definitively shows up in the word relationship. So relationship thrives on communication. 3, 4, 5 are the main numbers of communication. Relationship thrives on communication and honesty, which fosters trust and intimacy. Especially on that number 11. That number 11 leads to spiritual trust and spiritual intimacy, which is not necessarily always physical. Sometimes you got to be able to sit and meditate and just breathe in each other's essence. And I'm not saying you can't do it during a situationship. That's probably why a person would want to get out of a situationship with you and get into a relationship, because situationship often lacks transparency, with blurred lines and unspoken expectations, leading to misunderstanding and emotional discomfort, overthinking, doubt. All of that is added. Online study says the physical effects of unclear emotional connection can manifest in sleep disturbances, emotional burnout, and lack of motivation due to unresolved tension. Brothers and sisters, this is a very serious thing. Join the membership. That's right. Join the membership. Please join the membership. More than likely, this is going to be placed in the membership also. Join the membership. And if you do want the written, because I don't have the full written, I don't have the written lesson in the description anymore because it's too much now, and you could only put a certain amount. If you want the complete written description, either join the membership or you can send a donation of $9.99 or $10.10 or $11. As long as it's $9.99 and up, you can send a donation. But hey, why not just join the membership for $9.99, and you'll always have the lessons, written lessons, in the description of the video. But if you don't want to join the monthly subscription, then hey, just donate, and I will send you all this that you see on the board. I will send it to you so you can study it and research it for yourself. I'll send this via email to you if you want it. All of this that I'm breaking down, all of this. All right, all of this. Number 4, impact on daily life and decision making. Those who want to save their relationship, this is what this is for. If you want to save your relationships or you want to define your relationship, these are what the lessons are for. A relationship provides a sense of emotional security, allowing individuals to focus on other life's goals with clarity. A situationship may leave someone in a state of emotional limbo, making it difficult to plan for the future or fully invest in personal growth. That part, you could take a snapshot of that one. Both of them. The lack of defined roles and expectation in a situationship can lead to frustration, affecting daily moods, productivity, and overall well-being. Very important note right there. Very important note. I'm going to give practical takeaways also. Or maybe I should just let y'all donate for those practical takeaways and keep it moving. What y'all think? Maybe I should just send those practical takeaways separately. I'm just having fun. Okay, so the lack of defined roles and expectation in a situationship can lead to frustration, affecting daily moods, and productivity and overall. You know what? This is what I want to do right now before I move forward and give the practical unified perspective of relationship and situationship. How many of you have shared my program before? If you've shared this program before, please put the number 2 on the chat. Put the number 2 in the chat. If you've shared this program or shared any program of mine, please put the number 2 in the chat. If you've shared it with at least 3 people, put the number 2 in the chat if you've shared it with at least 3 people. Okay. Because not everybody likes to share. And I realize some people like to keep certain information to themselves to make themselves look deep. You know, you be talking around the water cooler. You know, let me tell y'all. Okay. Okay, thank y'all very much. I see a few people saying that they have shared it with at least 3 people. And thanks for those that are thumbing up the video and all of that. And again, don't be discouraged because I don't have 1,000 people watching. I could care less. I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes. Although likes are good, I do it for the love. I don't do it for the likes. Thanks for Chronic. Thanks to Chronic for teaching us that. Do it for the love. Don't do it for the likes. But likes are good. And sharing is caring and you're showing. So this particular program, Relationship versus Situationship, a numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective, is done on the 4th day. Four is a number of mental, mind, weird and unusual, foundation laying. Happy birthday to my cousin named Dr. Keith White. Happy birthday to him. Today is his birthday. Spending a birthday. Happy birthday to Tammy Reynolds, a person that used to be a part of the straight black pride movement back in the day. Today is her birthday. The practical takeaways that I want to offer people is not something that you just look at, something that you really want to apply for yourself. Because these practical takeaways will help you to understand the importance of that even a situationship that you may be in can become a relationship. It doesn't have to stay there. In the beginning, it sounds so good. It's fun. You're playing, you're enjoying, you're having fun, you're laughing, you're doing, but always remember, man is man and woman is woman. And sometimes they fall right into relationships and it becomes sensitive and it becomes emotional. You know, I've been through that. I've been through that a few times where you say you want to just be in a situationship. Situationship is a fairly new word for the last 5 years, but you say you want to be in a non-committed relationship, but then you get feelings because you're intimately kissing and making love or sharing time with each other. And it becomes more than that, sometimes more for the women than the men. But nowadays, men are also feeling that emotional strain. So the next thing that I offer here is the unified perspective, relationship and spirit and versus situationship practical takeaways, and how to basically use them from a very simple perspective. And here it is. For those in a relationship, nurture and strengthen your connection through spiritual and physical acts of love, respect, and communication. Make sure your relationship aligns with your soul's purpose and values. Support each other's personal and spiritual growth rather than just seeking companionship. Take a snapshot of that. I'll give it to y'all. Take that. Take that, take that, take that. For those in situationships, ask yourself, does this connection bring clarity or confusion? Good question. Recognize if it is a lesson rather than a long-term path. Honor your work and seek connections that align with your highest good. And again, situationships can do all that a relationship is, that relationship does also. However, suppose that you're in a situationship and your real husband wants to marry you, or your real wife wants to marry you, or there's a real connection other than that. What do you do with the situationship? Because you start giving people ultimatums, that's a whole nother thing. You can't call nobody, you can't give nobody no ultimatum because, maybe they don't like ultimatums. And maybe you have to, I was watching the movie White Men Can't Jump with Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes, and beautiful Rosie Perez back in the day. And Rosie Perez loved her man so much that she would give him money and all that. The white boy give the money and all that. He always gambled and boom, 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 to the last straw that broke the camel's back. Instead of doing what she asked him to do, that relationship became very strained, became very toxic in the sense that he was losing money and losing their money together. That those things can happen. But again, on the bottom, it says, honor your work and seek connection that aligns with your highest good. So although they was a very loving couple in the movie, White Men Can't Jump, there was a toxicity that happened that she had to recognize her own worth and leave that relationship alone to the point that she didn't come back. She didn't go back to him at all. That was the last time. And that's what we got to really look at every relationship, whether it's a situationship, whether it's a relationship. That's what we got to look at relationships very candidly. Why are they in your life? Is this person supposed to be in your life? What are you going to do with it? Are you just playing or are you really serious? A lot of questions have to be answered. My final thoughts. Here he goes. A relationship is rooted in clarity, purpose, and spiritual evolution. While a situation often serves as a situationship often serves as a temporary reflection of where you are on your journey. Again, situationships can serve it's a greater purpose, especially on this journey. So situationship often serves as a temporary reflection of where you are on your journey. The key is to align with divine timing and self-worth, ensuring that that connections enrich both your spirit and your daily life rather than leaving you unfulfilled. So this is a good part. This is a good portion in my final words. That are you fulfilled or are you not fulfilled? And if you are not fulfilled, then you have to have the conversation with that person that you're having a situationship with. Maybe you like something about them or you don't like something about them. Maybe you have some hangups from your past. I remember dealing with a Latino sister, and I had to tell her, like, I was definitely scorned and traumatized by a Latino family. They didn't do no rape or molestation of me, but, and I've said this before, but the brother wanted me to have sexual relationships with his sister. Me and his sister was the same age. He was a little older. And he wanted to watch us do that. And I didn't feel right about that. So that was very, as I grew up and understood, that was very traumatizing because it was like something that was forced when both of us were young. I usually see my complexion, so you can only imagine she's a Puerto Rican. Big up to all Puerto Rican people. And her brother wanting to see his sister have sex with somebody. Like, so when I looked at that, he didn't try to touch me, he didn't do nothing. He just wanted to see this. That is where trauma can lie, where you could be in a situationship just because of that trauma, or you could be in a full relationship and you still have that trauma. So you got to think on those levels. There's another situation that will probably be in the autobiography with a family member and another Spanish person. And we was all at this house at a young age and got a little crazy. And I tried to get out of there. But because that person was bigger and wanted what he wanted from my sister at that time, he wouldn't let us out. And whatever went down, and I couldn't protect my sister. I was just a little scrawny little boy at that time. I mean, that's why I even got into martial arts later on in life. So no matter what size I am, I'm about $150 now. But when I hit you, you're going to feel all of my $150. When I kick you, you're going to feel $150 or a little bit more, depending if I'm doing a capoeira kick or not. But those were very traumatizing moments in my life at the age of 7, 8, 9, those ages there. A lot of that was happening right there. So it's very important that we look at all these things when dealing with relationships and situationships, because some people, again, a relationship is rooted in clarity, purpose, and spiritual evolution, while a situationship often serves as a temporary reflection of where you are on your journey. The key is to align with divine timing and self-worth, ensuring that the connection enrich both your spirit and daily life rather than leaving you unfulfilled. So all that I just said in regards to what happened to me with Latino families in the past, all of that is a part of what I've been teaching right here and right now, because there's a journey that all of us went through. There's a journey that all of us went through. So family, thanks for your time and greatness from King Simon Presents and KSP TV Media family. Thank you very much. And if you did donate, thank you for your donation. If this means anything to you, send yourself a super chat, PayPal, Venmo, Zelle. Use the email for Zelle, and or you can go to my Linktree / King Simon the Numerovator and actually either get the books through my Linktree or take my classes to my Linktree. My Linktree has the classes up there. And also this class is live and direct through my Eventbrite right now on Linktree. The grammar of numerovation. The grammar of numerovation. The grammar of numerovation. Oh yeah, because this is a grammar. There's a grammar. There's grammatic formation around the numerovation. Sweet Mama said, I have found that some people are not ready to hear your level of teachings. Oh yeah, me too. Sometimes I'm not ready to disseminate it, but something in my spirit says, you got to do it. King Simon, you got to do it. Yeah. Something is, I mean, my ancestors be talking to me. Do it. If your spirit gravitates to it, do it. So yeah, some people are not ready. Some people are right, and some people want to be right where they at. And sometimes I want to be right where they at, but sometimes when you have a mission, when there's a mission at hand, like Brother Panic had a mission and then left. Bobby Hemmett had a mission, then stopped. Dr. Africa had a mission, then left. Dr. Sabi has a mission, left. Paul Gauze had a mission, left. Queen Afua has a mission, she's going to leave. I have a mission, I'm going to leave. It's what you do on this mission that's important. So again, family, thank you very much for allowing me to take up space in your thoughts through the frequencies of finance, whatever it is that if you donated, all of that. Thank you for allowing me to take up space. And I hope that the space that I did take up was interesting, informative, and helpful for you in the long run. I hope it, I really pray and hope for that. You know, on that note, I want to thank y'all again. I want to thank Color Curiosity for sharing what she's been sharing in the chat. Also, thank Holistica Healer that came up briefly. She in and out. She got a whole business going on over there, so I know what it is. And when you know, sometimes I get to relax in my backyard where some of y'all might not get to relax in your backyard. You know what I'm saying? After doing this, I have to clear my head. I have to go on ground. I have to go and walk around my 23 trees and say something, or just feel their energy and look into the sun. And I don't sun gaze in the zenith of the day, but I do sun gaze. But I usually wink at the sun. And as I'm winking at it, I'm just saying, thank you. Dr. Africa says, so if you can't sun gaze during certain times, you could wink at the sun just to get that blast of energy in your eyes. It's a good healer. Dr. Africa told me that years ago. You know, so family, this whole month is going to be exciting. We had Lloyd and Adara earlier on Sunday. Wednesday, we got this brother here, Wayne Lightworker. We're going to be at the God Fest. Remember, those that are coming to the God Fest, this discount is for you. 15 minutes discount is for you. All right. Books will be there. T-shirts, all types of vendors will be there. If you're going to be in Brooklyn, make sure you support Nicholas Brooklyn, what they're doing with the 2 days. If you're going to be in Brooklyn, they got a free, purely holistic soul expo. You got to pay for the vendor services if you go to any vendors. They got free gift bags they're going to be giving out for the first 100 people. They got a gift bag for the first 100 people, free gift bag. So make sure, and that's happening on February the 9th. And Dr. Valentine is doing the rebroadcast of this. Ross Kofi is coming in on the 9th. My dear Abundance Child and her husband is coming in on the 12th. Tribute to Delbert Blair is coming in on the 13th for his birthday. Dr. Philip Valentine is coming in on September 16th. Dr. Alicia Kaye is coming in on the 19th. My workshop is coming in on the 22nd. Lloyd got something on the 11th and the 25th. Color Curiosity, she's going to be vending at the event, so make sure y'all show some love to her. She's going to be feng shuiing and per-unking our life over there. She got some great ornaments and stuff, T-shirts she's going to have. And on my table, her and Nina Diamond will be at my table. And Dr. Shakira Moore and another guest will be vending their own table, so she'll be there. And Adara Moselle is going to be moving some energy that day too. Big up to Paris. She'll be in New York. She won't be at the event. She wished she could have. Kendall, Canada. Carrie Ann Ingram, Canada. If you want taxes done, DTR is the man. Just mention my name. He'll hook you up. If you want your car detailed at your house, in front of your house, pressure wash, dumpster wash, contact JB. Number below. If you want any recording done for any type of music, audiobooks, whatever, contact my other son here at Green Studio NYC. And if you want to book a session, a full-fledged session with me, 347-496-1022. 347-496-1022. My books available, all 5 of them available now for children and adults. This book I am working on now. My eyes are hurting because I'm working on this one. Finishing this up. I'm editing right now. New children's book coming. And the autobiography, I got a little brain fart with the autobiography, but I'm writing. I got stopped. I get emotional. When you start tapping into certain things, it get emotional. And certain things I probably forgot because I wanted to forget it. But the autobiography is going to be a roller coaster of emotions, that's for sure. Family. Dr. B says, I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection. I'm thankful for my life. Dr. Blair says, please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth in your love now. Thank you. I said that with my eyes closed. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. Blair. And I want to thank all of you for showing love, showing me respect, being honest with yourself. But most of all, be honest with others. I am honored to be on this platform, to be able to be honest with people and share my experience. Somebody asked about that, said that. Love my honesty and all that. Yeah, because the only thing you have is your experiences. The only thing you have is your experience. If you're running out butt naked and police is chasing you down the street, that's your experience. It's not my experience, but that's your experience. You know what I'm saying? So you got to respect people's honesty. Whether you disagree with what happened or not, it was my journey. Whether I was a super womanizer at one time in them nightclubs, that was my journey. I listened, I learned, I kept it moving. I still love women, and women still love me. But I ain't doing what I did in the club. Because that recently at the event that I went to for my birthday, I could have been on all them women, and I said, nah, I ain't doing this. Women was stopping and talking and saying hi, and I'm like, hey, thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't feel like doing that. All of a sudden I'm making 10 more babies or 9 more children. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I still got it in me. Got it in me. I still got it in me. All right. So family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. Be safe, be great, be strong, be focused. Be your great self. And remember, you have been watching Relationship versus Situationship, a numerovational, spiritual, and physical perspective. Remember, I love you because I love me. Take care. It's the Numerovational session with King Simon. Text your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And get my books on Amazon now.
Get ready. The 42nd International Reggae and World Music Award Show is coming to the Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Fort Lauderdale on Sunday, March 20, 2025. Celebrate the biggest names in reggae and world music as we bring nations together through music and culture. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Don't miss out. Grab yours today at thecentercs.com or irama.com and book your stay for an unforgettable weekend. Hurry, prices go up after Thanksgiving. Follow us on social media and visit our website www.irawma.com for more details. The 42nd Irama Show, where the world comes to celebrate music.
Some people think that this esoteric knowledge is for the rich and powerful, when in actuality, the so-called 85% has a spark in them that if it is sparked through numerology, astrology, numerovational, whatever, it will raise them up from an 85%, maybe to a 10%, and eventually they become the 5%, the poor or prosperous righteous teachers. We gotta understand that this knowledge is not just for one class of people. We gotta get out of the class